first things they did was the students were in pairs and they started off with multiplication. And some way or other, the multiplication answers led them to history, U.S. history and the Articles of Confederation. And that led to a learning concept called adaptation in science. And they finished up the exercise by using synonyms in English. So the teachers explained to me that this is integrated learning, which is what more students need to be doing nowadays, and where they're learning 4 subjects basically at one time. So I was very impressed with that. Later on, they did an exercise on creativity, stressing fractions, and they could use different types of paper and other building materials to build things that they would like in their hometown using fractions. And I was amazed by the creativity of the students. Some of the things the third graders constructed was better than I could do at my age. And I also watched the entire class of 20-some students, and I was amazed that every student was fully engaged.
I spent the day over at CCO, which was interesting because a lot of the students who were over there, I had some input on having them report to CCO. It was a very positive experience though, to work with a young man over there who took me through his day, and I got to see from him how the independence and the structure coexist over at CCO. One of the things that I thought was just absolutely fascinating to see is that a lot of the students who hadn't found success in the traditional setting were able to thrive over at CCO because they were given the space to interact with the information at their own pace. They have the independence to ask a teacher for help when they need it, but not to have to sit through lectures and things like that. So it's a very positive experience from that standpoint to see the maturity level that these students assume when they sit down at CCO and have access to their classwork at their own pace.
I'm reminded again of why we're here and what our focus needs to be. It's easy to go to the technology department and get focused on the technology and forget about that the reason we're all here is to take care of kids. So by being with them and seeing how they're using technology and seeing what the teachers are using helps me come back here and plan, and it just revitalizes me and reminds me of what my purpose is.
Another one of the young ladies that sat at that table also had come from a different school division and was very, very happy there. And her parent, and I asked her about her parents' reaction, and she said they were very glad she was at Drury Mason. I guess the thing I took away from that was how proud I am of what's going on in our schools, and how impressed I am with the students and with the staff, and how well the day went. I left about 1 or shortly after, and I left with the idea I'd like to do this some more, maybe in lower grades too. I think it just confirmed what I have felt for a long time, that our school system and our teachers and our students are just top notch, and was very impressed with the day's activity.